Yay Media Group.
Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
This is your weekly dose of BS.
Ooh, one place I'm glad I wasn't this weekend was Las Vegas, because I don't know if I have made this clear or not, but I really want to go see Kelly Clarkson in her studio sessions. And this was her opening weekend, and this was not on my list of things I was going to do this weekend, but she canceled minutes before.
Why?
I would have been devastated. I don't know. She said that rehearsals were a lot on her, which I believe, because when I rehearse, that's why I sound like this. I was gonna
She's so stupid. If you
step in.
Yeah, if you ever heard Trey sing, it is like being blessed by an angel.
But
not like an angel that you want to hear, just like one annoying one with a cold.
it's like an angel that got kicked out and went the other direction.
Yeah.
It's
like, you cannot be in our choir.
no. There are moments when I drink enough tequila and I hear myself singing karaoke. I'm like, that was beautiful.
No, it was not.
And then I see the videos and I'm like, oh my, he lied to himself.
No, even when he's not drunk. One time it was whenever we were on that cruise ship and he was singing.
The shower gives me different vocals.
He was singing Celine Dion.
And there were notes that I hit.
No, that were not correct. They were not correct notes. They were notes. There were notes hit.
And
but
then
they
she
were
had
not
notes
good.
for me once I got out of the shower.
I was like, listen, no.
Don't sing again. But yeah, she canceled her show for the weekend, like an hour before the show.
Wow.
I would have been so upset. But it's still on my list of things that I need to do. So if you want to come see Kelly Clarkson with me.
Let me get through. Okay, so I am home. I just got back last night from Montana. I was there for, how many days was that? 9 days, I think.
A long time.
And I was there for 9 days. I love Montana. I love it. I love Montana. It's my favorite place in the world.
But
But it was great. I mean, honestly, I feel like Travis likes to have a lot of people around, and they're really great people, but it became a lot. Like I had a little alone time, but I had so much fun. Actually, Travis and I did this thing where we went on a hike. I've always wanted to do this. Every time I go on a hike there, I'm always like, dang it, I wish I had a bottle of wine and some
I
cups.
saw you did this. You had a little picnic.
So we had a picnic. Like I was like, let's go on. It was like a kind of a later in the day hike. It was beautiful. It was like really nice and cool outside. So I was like, let's go on a hike. Do you want beer or wine? And he was like, whatever. So I was like, okay, we're going to do wine. So I did like these ice bags. We took a bottle of rosé up and just had the best time.
Oh, how fun. Was
like
that
a
by
little
Jesus?
picnic. No, we didn't go that high up because that actually makes it not romantic. We went like halfway up.
Then you're sweaty.
Yeah, then we're sweaty, but we had so much fun. And we went to some great restaurants. We went on. We joined this boat club in Whitefish. It's called the Captain's Club. For the locals that listen, or people that maybe go in and out of town, you can pay this annual fee. We signed up for 3 years, and they have 4 different boats. They have, and they're all brand new, like 2 Mastercraft.
That's great.
Yes.
I wish we had that, because no one likes to own a boat.
No,
you like to have a boat.
We own a boat here. We never use it, and there we used it almost every day. Like we would go out in the evening, at 7, just the most beautiful cruises. But there's 2 Mastercrafts and 2. What are those
pontoons?
2 pontoon boats. I am a pontoon boat girl. I love them.
You know what? I was thinking about
They're
that today.
fabulous.
I want a pontoon. I don't want a speedboat because I'm afraid that I don't ever drive a boat. That's not going to happen. But Zach does. I'm afraid that he's going to flip it. And then I'm a casualty of that.
No, the pontoons are great. They have a place where you can sit
flat.
and eat. Yeah, they're flat. You have a table where you can eat. You have this. I mean, it is the most comfortable boat ever. The thing that we're a member of, you call them and you can say, because there's a restaurant at that hotel. And you can have them stock your boat. You can say,
oh, that's nice.
Oh, this is what we want to eat. Mm-hmm. These are what we want to drink. They'll put everything on there for you. They have towels, everything waiting. I don't know why my face is itchy today. So you get on there and everything, you're just ready to go. It's so much easier.
See, a pontoon, it's ugly, but it's functional.
Yeah,
it's like a minivan.
It's so great. I see why people love a pontoon. Because we would have our choice between Mastercrafts and pontoon, and all the time I was like, "Ooh, can we do the pontoon? I love that thing." So we went there. It was so much fun. Did you
go to that country concert?
Yeah, we did, and we had
so
much fun.
Called?
It's okay. So there's one. The other one's coming up at kind of the end of the month that we're going to again. It's called Under the Big Sky.
Wait, is that when I'm there?
You're coming after.
Dang it!
I know. But it's called Under the Big Sky. It's a 3-day concert. There's this other one. Okay, so there's this thing in Montana. There's a lot of Indian reservations, and it's called, and it is
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it is, I've never seen this before, but it's super interesting. And the reservations do this thing. It's called Indian horse races. Have you heard of it? Have you ever seen one? Okay. It's so cool. They're like barefoot and they raise money for something. I don't even know what it was for. I just know that we went to the concert because there's a concert afterwards. But honestly, my favorite thing are the Indian horse races. They're so cool. So they bareback horse, like it's almost like they like tag or whatever, like a relay race with horses. And they're like barefoot, running, jumping on these horses bareback. It is the most I mean, they're so talented. The craziest thing. And they're wild horses. Like, they're not like jumping on the next person. Anyways, so
it's like so jumping into a moving car, but without wearing shoes?
Yes, but like without, they are bareback. Like, there's no saddle, nothing. These, like, they're so talented.
Is bareback what no saddle means?
Yeah, like with no saddle. Yeah, so they're just like jumping on these wild horses, like going in this circle, then the other people. I don't know. It's craziest thing I've ever seen, but it was really cool. And then afterwards you have a concert. I didn't know either of the people performing, but they were great. But it's just, but we had like, if you pay for it, you can have like a little couch and a little seating area. So we had like our own little. It was wonderful, 10 out of 10 because you know me, I like to have a place to sit.
See, I feel like I'm the same way as Travis in the sense of like I love how quiet Whitefish is, but I need people around.
Yeah.
I need the energy of the city. I like that. I thrive on that. I feel like you are the exact opposite. Like when we go to New York, I am like hit the ground ready to go, and Stephanie is like hit the ground. Where's the bed? I'm ready for a nap.
I'm ready. I like to have downtime. I like having people around. I just like to be able to get away from people. Whenever you have a full house, like busting, I like having people around. I don't necessarily like having a million kids around, and that's where we always go wrong. Is then we just have there's just
so
a
glad
lot
you
of
brought
kids.
that up.
Yeah.
So Zach and I were going to go in a few weeks to Whitefish, and then Zach told me that he has a work trip, so he can't go. So I was like, okay, well, I just booked my own flight. And then before I did that, I sent Stephanie my flights, and she was like, hey, is it okay if the boys come home with you after? And I was like,
no, not just come home with you.
What? Wait, what do you mean? What? Not just come home with me?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in a second. We'll talk about it in a second.
So I thought they were flying home with me, so I sent her my flights. And then I called her when she was in Whitefish. I said, hey, just so you know, Zach's not coming. It's just me. And she was like, oh, well. Did I tell you how many kids are coming home with you? And I was like, 2. Because I was already like, I'm just going to be singing, Survivor by Reba as I walk through this little 5-terminal airport with my 2 children, just a single mom who works too hard. And then I found out that it's more than 2. And then I was like, is it 4? And she was like, no. So what?
Okay, so this is the thing.
Oh.
Travis and I are going early because we have this concert, right? So we're going to go before
Am I bringing them with me too?
Yes.
No. Oh, this is my nightmare.
Wait, you're not ready. Okay, so we were already, so I was going to have Cruz go with us because I thought another couple were bringing their kids, but nobody is. But when I say we are having so many people stay in our house. You know that we have another bed. I mean, no, you're not. No. Not when you're there. Not when you're there. When you're there, it's going to be easy peasy. But in the beginning for the concert, we have 6 couples in our house. 6 couples. So we have 4 bedrooms. But we did turn our gym into we have a
you put a Murphy bed in there?
It's a beautiful. We turned our gym into like a gym / half bedroom. But one of the couples is going to have to be in the bunk room. So it's like it's kind of full, but it's all adults, right? And they're only there 3 days and they leave. And then I think our friend Morgan comes in with her husband and their kids. And then I think you come in after. Now I'm trying to figure out when Cruz is coming. I need to call Morgan about this.
I can bring Cruz. How many am I? Just tell me. Rip the Band-Aid off.
Okay, so here's the thing. I need to get into it first. Because Chance has football. So he is going to he's either going to go the same day as you with you or the day after with his buddies. My son's going to be 16 in 5 days. He's going to be 16 on Saturday, right? So
I'm not traveling with toddlers.
So, sometimes Chance and his friends can act like, just kidding. But Chance, since he's 16, he didn't want to do like a big birthday party. Like we're going to Catch this
weekend. Which still makes me so upset. Yes. So lame.
We're going to Catch this weekend. I'm letting him have like a table of 10 to invite his friends. And then Travis and I will set the bar and pay the tab.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. You want to come?
Yeah. I am.
And you have to set the bar with us though, because no adults allowed.
I don't know. They kind of love me.
Maybe you'll be invited, but I'm not invited. And that'll really piss me off if I am not invited and you are.
I think I can worm my way into that table.
And so we're doing that. But then since he's turned 16, I was like, do you want to invite some friends to Whitefish? Like, they can come. We'll take care of them there. All they have to do is just get their own tickets, right? And but you know Chance, he's always last minute kind of kiddo. Mm-hmm. So I think he invited 4 friends. Mm-hmm. So it could be 5 and Cruz and a buddy. So 7.
Plus the Kennedys.
They're coming on a separate flight than you.
But they're there.
They're going to be there.
So we have like 10 kids in a house.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be so good.
Oh, interesting. So
they leave before you. I mean, they leave. They're there for only a little bit when you're there, and then it's just you with all the children.
Wait, when do you leave? How long am I in a house alone with these kids?
No, I leave a day after you. I leave on the 30th. You leave on the 29th.
Watch me be like, I'm actually leaving the day that you're leaving, and it's you and 7 kids in this house by yourself.
Can you imagine?
Yes, I could. I absolutely. You'll be like, I'm going to do a Suburban. Good luck.
I'm going to take all of you guys to the airport, let you out, and then just be like, toodaloo.
So I still don't have an exact answer on how many kids I'm flying to or from.
Max 7.
You but like 7. Minimum 2 each way.
Yeah.
Great.
Minimum 2, max 7.
Okay.
And it's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing.
You're going to be great.
I'm going to make their flight as enjoyable as they make Chance's birthday party for me.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're listening, little boys.
Better invite me to your table.
Yeah, you better invite him to your table.
Oh, well, I just can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, I have Chance. I've secured Chance a private driver's test the day of his birthday at 2 o'clock.
Oh, amazing. How does that even work?
Okay, so if you are a Texan and you do not want to go to the DMV because it's impossible to get into the DMV, there are different companies that you can do private driver instruction. So I have a private driver, like a private instructor to give him a driver's test. Then you can pay an extra $99 and they will do all the paperwork for you. So you don't even have to go to the DMV to get your anything. Like it's just, you're ready to go.
When I got my license, we booked my appointment and we only booked it a month in advance because someone at my mom's work was like, hey, did you book it yet? She was like, no. And you have to book these like
6 months in advance.
Oh yeah, it's a long time. So we ended up having to drive to Waco. And we booked mine a month out, and I was like, we're going to drive because I want my license. So a private test is the way to go.
It's so worth it. It is very worth it. So I think like the whole thing was like $200.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so worth it.
Wow. Yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, 100%. So we're doing that at 2 o'clock. So he's either going to pass it and have a great birthday or he's going to be real depressed on his birthday. But either way, we're in it.
He's going to pass. He's a really good driver.
He's a really good driver. But you know what? I need to have Travis get with him and do like, the beginning stuff. Check your mirrors. Like, I think he is like me. Like now that you have the video, I pay attention to that more than I am looking around me. But I'm like, just pretend like you're looking around and then look at your video.
I think you can I remember when I took my test, you could not use your rear view camera.
You can't turn them off though.
No, but I think they covered mine. But I think now you can use your resources because I was like, sir, there's never gonna be a moment where I don't have a rear view camera. I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's not gonna ever happen.
I'll be like, sir.
Or like sensors. I'm always gonna have sensors. Like we're just not gonna. I'm not gonna drive. So,
oh no,
well, he's gonna do great.
It's gonna be so fun. So we have that. Then you know what is really gonna change my life is then he can take himself to and from practice.
I stress out about him driving on Dallas North Tollway.
No, same here, but he's a good driver. Like,
I know
it's gonna be good. So his birthday's coming up, and my brother-in-law. Travis's brother, obviously, got him the coolest 16th birthday gift ever. And every time we receive or get a good gift idea, I always share it because whenever I was doing all those bar mitzvahs, I shared that we always get people like the silver or gold coins or like the little silver bars. And a lot of people love that idea and they use them for bar mitzvahs because they're a little different than just giving cash, right? And a little bit more special. So he got a birthday gift for a 16-year-old that I feel like is one of the best gifts I've ever seen somebody give.
I'm secretly hoping it's not what I was going to get, Chance. What is it?
What were you going to get, Chance?
Well, a dash cam?
No.
Oh.
What is a dash cam?
Oh, he needs a dash cam. it's a camera that like records what's in front of you. Because when you're a kid, it's really easy to blame the kid for an accident.
Yeah. Ooh.
But I feel like especially in Dallas, on Mercedes now you can get these like installed. They like come manufacturer installed to record the road. Because especially in Texas, there are so many road rage incidences, and it's just like, but
that's a good gift.
What do you get him?
Okay, so this is a little bit more sentimental than a dash cam, but just so you know, it's a little bit. But so he brought out this like Hellsberg diamond. You don't have to go to Hellsberg, by the way, but like this like box, right? Oh. And so Travis is Catholic, and his mom was like obsessed with St. Christopher. Like she would give St. Christopher. I'm not Catholic, but I think St. Christopher. I can look it up, but I believe it's the saint that like keeps you safe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look before I lie, and all the Catholics are like Stephanie. I was raised Pentecostal, so don't. St. Christopher. Okay, St. Christopher is, I believe. A Catholic saint and the patron saint of travel, motorists, and many other places. So he's a protector against sudden deaths and, anyways,
pretty
stuff
much
like that.
Safety.
Okay, so he keeps you safe. So he got Chance this like necklace with a St. Christopher coin, and it has black diamonds all around it. Beautiful. Like it's such a good, but even if you don't have, I just think it's a great like gift. You don't have to do the black diamonds, but St. Christopher necklace, like the saint that keeps you safe. And he was like, this is so you stay safe. You're going to be driving.
That's sweet.
So sweet. Anyways, it was one of the best gifts I've seen. It was just really thoughtful. And I was like, dang, I'm going to steal that for some of these other little 16-year-olds.
Are you going to be an emotional mess once he passes his test? Or are you going to be good?
I think I'm prepared. I think I'll be good. I'm telling you, whenever he graduates is when I'm going to have my nervous breakdown.
How are you going to be about him, like, wanting to go somewhere?
Well,
if he's like, Mom, it's,
he's
9 p.m. I'm leaving to go to my friend's house.
He's going to have to share his location with me. I'm not going to be, I'm going to be like one of those. He is really like against joining our family life 360. All of us are on there, but he's like pushed back. I don't know, but I'm like, you know what? If you have nothing to hide, you should not have to worry.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm going to track his ass.
Oh, and then let's put an extra one in the car.
Yeah, I think I even made. Yeah, like exactly. I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Oh, I have a lot of my friends on like Find My Friends, and I know that whenever the location's off, you're doing something you don't want me to find out about, which then means I'm gonna find out what you did, and I'm gonna find out where you are, and the second that thing turns on, I'm gonna know.
Apple AirTag somewhere, but I think I don't know. Maybe I think he could find it. It'll alert you if you have those in your car.
There are better ones that because I had one in my car that was stolen, and then it was thrown on the side of the highway. So it didn't work that well because it like notifies you. But yeah, we'll have some. We're gonna do some fun little modifications to that car this week.
Yeah, I think the thing that like we're gonna have a come to Jesus with is the fact that this car, Daddy and I, it's our car that we're letting you drive. Like you're not. This does not mean you. You can use it whenever you want and do whatever you want and come home whenever you want. So freedom isn't, like you're not going to be as free as you think you are. Yes, it is.
Right.
And it can be taken away as quickly as it's given. Like that's my whole thing.
How's gas going to work? Are you going to make him like get a job?
No, because he's in football every day. No, I worked at 15 and, I worked at like that little grocery store as a video girl, whatever. And then.
Oh, wait, what?
I worked at Homeland.
Oh, like a Blockbuster.
Clerk,
okay.
Yeah. And then after like a year or two, then I started working at El Chico, which we all know about. I feel like I worked my entire high school and college, and I wish I didn't. Looking back, my parents should have been like, no, but I didn't. My family didn't have a lot of money, and I wanted, I wanted to buy my own clothes and stuff, but it really was hard for me to keep my grades up and everything. It just was I wish I would have had more of a life, like a high school life. I don't know. I want him to be a kid.
Mm-hmm. See, I felt the exact opposite. My dad owned a pizza restaurant. I think he bought it when I was like 12. So when I was 14, I started working there, and I worked there for 2 summers. And I saved up enough money to buy the car that I wanted, but it allowed me to I wanted a pair of Gucci shoes when I was in 8th grade. So it allowed
you were
me
very
to
fancy.
Well, I knew what I wanted, but I also made the money to buy what I wanted. And but that's just always been, I've had a very entrepreneurial spirit, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no, I mean,
but he's very focused on
very focused
athletics
and his school, like Cruz's doesn't, but at his school, like they have football this morning at, like Travis had to get him out of the house by 6:20. Yeah. I'll pick him up at 10:30. I mean, it's just like,
I think that's the important thing is that you have something, because I was not a football star.
No way.
I know, but so that gave me something to do. Chance already has his thing to do, but I think if you're not in something
Cruz
involved,
will want to work. Cruz has a dream job.
Oh, what is it?
It's so ridiculous, but it's very Cruz. Like he has
Okay.
a dream job. When he turns 16, he knows his dream job.
What is it?
He wants to work at the pet store on Lemon.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
like a pet store on Lemon, and they have all these like snakes and turtles and bunnies, and he wants to work at the pet store and help people find their pets. That's his dream job, and he's wanted that for like 3 years.
I've always felt that you are going to leave Cruz some large sum of money, and he is going to fill his 10,000 square foot house full of homeless dogs and probably homeless people.
I mean,
because he just wants to help animals and people.
He really does. I mean, that kid is all, I mean, I will say he has such a good heart. That kid, I remember when he was younger, his favorite thing to do with me is he would have me give him a bunch of ones and he would drive around and give money to homeless people. That was his favorite thing. And he really thought they could buy a house with it. And I was like, babe, they no. But that was like, yeah.
He has a heart for others.
Yeah, he really does. He's his mama's son. He's real caring. But, Travis and I have talked about it, and I think out of our 2 kids, Chance is much more driven. I mean, Cruz is smart, like he straight A's, like lowest grades a 97. He's doing really good in school, super smart. Chance is like much more, I mean, Cruz plays football because he likes the camaraderie with his friends, but Chance is very serious when it comes to sports. He's super hardworking. I think Cruz is probably our happier, like our more content child, if that makes sense. Like give Cruz a fishing pole and Kenny Rogers music and he will like sit at a fishing hole for 5 hours and he just says, it's so peaceful. I like being with my thoughts.
Yeah.
Like,
well, Chance is competitive. Cruz is content.
Yes, there's a difference. Yes. And I think that's a little bit like Travis and I. Like Travis is very competitive. I'm pretty content in life. Like I don't need to be around a ton of people.
You don't disturb her peace.
Yeah, like I'm so good.
She's good.
Like you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. If you're not, if you mess with me,
you'll hear about it.
It may take me a year or 2.
She'll get the competitive one to come handle you.
Yeah, but I will. I'll come in when you least expect it.
And those are the scariest ones.
Even. Yeah, like I'm like
she's brewing.
I am like very patient. But if you want to mess with me or my life, just know it. You may not see it coming, but it's coming for you. That's just how I am. I mean, I bet there's not a lot of people I feel that way about, but there are a few that I've been waiting.
And I can
I've been
name
biding
them
my
for
time.
you.
Yeah, I've been biding my time. Just kidding, not really.
No, she's not.
You
know what I think would actually be cool? I was thinking about this on the way because I was just thinking about like all the floods that happened in Texas, and now I'm just throwing this whole idea out there for everyone to listen to. But I was thinking about like Bethany and her like Be Strong movement. It would be really cool if you could somehow bring Cruz into like Hollman Helps, because aren't you the charitable giving CEO or something?
Yes, I am. Yes. I am. Cruz would. I think Cruz would love that. Like he would love
building
that.
something on that, or even just that. I feel like that would really feed him. He would enjoy that.
Yeah, I could see him doing like a, I don't know, I could see like his, like him opening up like a camp for underprivileged kids one day, like fishing and like outdoorsy thing. I don't know if I want him to open up a camp though, because I'm like, geez, because all that horrible stuff. Yeah, but maybe I was telling Travis though, like Cruz, I think he'll do that little, his little Lemon Pet Store. If you work at Lemon Pet Store, let us know if you're hiring in 2 years, because I have a kid that would love. I mean, he'd do it for free. Or I could see him spending his summers in Montana and being like a fishing guide.
He is a Montana man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. That's where he wants to go to college. I don't even know what college. I don't even know what college there is in Montana.
I'll just do online school in
like
Montana.
he was like, I think I'm going to go to college in Montana, and maybe I'll live at your house. I'm like, I'm sure you will. But they're both really good kids. They're both super good kids. So yeah. 16th birthdays this weekend, and then I am here for 10 days. So I was gone for 9 days. I'm here for 10 days, and then I'm gone for 3 weeks.
Good Lord.
Thank God for my cousin and her whole family who is now living at my house taking care of our animals.
Yeah.
Because if she was not there, I don't know what would happen. And you know, our house, everything always goes wrong whenever we're gone, but it was pretty mellow this time. Like it was nothing too bad happened.
Are you still going to redo that house?
Yes,
Is that
but
the plan?
there's some things like I just want to get our Montana house paid off. Like there's some things that I want to do before. Like the difference between Travis and I is that he has to work and make the money for all of this, and I just get to live in all this stuff, and I don't think it's fair to put him in a bad spot so I can redo a house that honestly I don't need it. It's not, it's fine. So I want to make sure that we are on the same page and that he feels good about it, and I don't want to put him in a spot where there's nothing worse than like being over your skis on stuff.
Oh yeah, especially with a house.
Yeah, like and our house is great. It's fine. And I'd rather go in and do it the right way than go in and do it the half-assed way where I'm going to like a year later I'll be like, I don't really love it. So I love our Montana house. And I kind of want to feel the same way about the one. Whenever we redo it, I want to redo it in a way where it's like, this is perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, thank you guys so much for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Hollman on Instagram and TikTok.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart. You can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast, and you can watch us on YouTube at Weekly Dose of BS. Bye.
Yay Media Group.